Hi, my name is Sarah Sims, and my group members are Maddie and Tree. We are Team 1 and we researched oxycodone addiction. So oxycodone was originally synthesized in Germany in 1916, where it was derived from the opioid alkaloid thebaine. Oxycodone consumption has steadily increased globally since the introduction of controlled-release oxycodone in 1995, and since then it has become one of the most popular opioids used in the U.S. currently. Today it is prescribed as an analgesic drug in medical settings, but it has high potential for abuse and misuse. Oxycodone must penetrate the blood-brain barrier because its main drug action is located in the central nervous system. So our questions that we want to answer are, what are the chemical and physical effects of long-term abuse of oxycodone, and what individual factors are involved in determining the likelihood of addiction to oxycodone specifically? These are our pimal images that show an oxycodone molecule bound to a human Mu-Oploid receptor. The Mu-Oploid receptor is a G-protein coupled receptor and as a result inhibits the release of many neurotransmitters like dopamine and noradrenaline, which have effects on the brain's reward center, memory, attention, and heart rate. The image below shows the molecular interactions between oxycodone and a mouse model Mu-Oploid receptor, which is similar to the interactions that would be present in the human receptor as well.
This research paper uses DAMGO, a synthetic agonist that mimics the binding of a real opioid to the Mu-Oploid receptor. It is then used to compare the binding affinity of other opioids to the receptor. In Figure 1, DAMGO and morphine are compared and plotted on the same graph. As you can see, the DAMGO has a lower KD, which means a higher binding affinity. However, morphine is very close. In Figure 2, you can see that oxycodone and morphine are plotted with each other. While morphine still has a higher affinity, oxycodone is not far behind. With this, oxycodone is similar to morphine's analgesic effect and has a similar binding properties, which increases the likelihood of addiction. Research article and its data explains how long-term use of oxycodone can eventually inhibit sodium channels within the heart. This figure represents the different channels, voltage-gated channel 1.5, 1.7, and 1.8, and is percentage affected by a 300 micromolar dose of oxycodone, as this is a concentration-dependent effect. From this, the 1.5 sodium channel is the most inhibited. Inhibition of these channels, along with other factors, can overall cause cardiac arrhythmia. These ideas can be further expanded in the longer presentation.
To answer our next question, which I will repeat, what individual factors are involved in determining the likelihood of oxycodone addiction? In one study, they compared the difference in levels of oxycodone dependence between male and female. It was found to have significant numbers to prove that women were more susceptible to becoming addicted. The two dataset table to the right displays a t-test done on a sample size of 852 individuals who are current users or lifetime users. It is clearly shown females have a higher percentage of consuming opiates. Here's another study that mentions the comparison between male and female. However, this study was more interested in the specific years of dependence and age. Looking at the data, we can see a significant record of 81.3%, which are females addicted to oxycodone. Usually, this period lasts around 5 to 6 years, leading to a level of dependence. The deeper you are, the more severe the case is. It was recorded that younger individuals are prone to discover opioids because it was just an easier access. To conclude, oxycodone has many effects on the body and the heart, along with other physiological effects resulting from CNS responses. As compared to men, women also reported more past and active medical conditions such as drug abuse, unemployment, family or social issues, medical and psychiatric reasons. Overall, oxycodone has highly addictive capabilities, which is individualized by age and sex, and long-term abuse can lead to many negative consequences regarding changes in physical state or chemical alterations. Well, that's all the time we have today, and hopefully we can explain more in the long presentation.